Good morning. Welcome to our daily devotion. You ever finish? You ever start something but didn't finish? If you ever started something but you didn't finish, type a 1 in the chat. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I've done it. Somebody type a 1 for me. I mean, you're ready to go. You get excited. You start something. Next thing you know, you start it. You do the next thing. You do the next thing. And then you get discouraged and you just don't finish. Why do we do that? Why do we not finish what we start? Well, today I'm going to share with you another touch point today about finishing. Finishing the race. Finishing. Somebody type finishing in the comments. I'm going to share with you some scriptures going to help you to finish better. Okay? Not just start something, but literally bring it to a close. Bring it to the finish line, if you would, as opposed to start, stop. All right? Ecclesiastes. Here's the question, and Ecclesiastes is going to help to answer this. Why is it so important to finish something that you started? Why is it important to finish things that you begin? Why is it important to finish whatever it is that you start? Ecclesiastes says, it is better to say, Ecclesiastes 5:5, it is better to say nothing than to make a promise and not keep it. It is better to be quiet than to make a promise and you can't keep it. Luke 14:28-30. Don't begin until you count the costs. Otherwise, you might complete only the foundation before running out of money. And then everyone would laugh at you. They would say, there's the person who started the building and couldn't afford to finish it. That is Luke 14:28-30. Been there, done that. Great idea, got started, didn't map it out, just jumped and didn't realize there was no net because I wanted to take action, right? Jumped right off the cliff, hurt myself. If you don't finish what you promised to do, you hurt your reputation. That is Luke 14:28-30. Ecclesiastes picks up by 7:8. Ecclesiastes 7:8, chapter 7, verse 8. Finishing is better than starting. Patience is better than pride. Following through helps you to develop patience and humility in your character. Now, I was talking to the brothers the other day who were on the men's call, and they were talking about this one of the brothers said, listen, I like dealing with people, but I ain't got the patience, you know. And I'm trying to read the Bible every day, and I'm trying to do this, but you know, if I get around somebody and I just get impatient, and you know, I can't really help it. I just get impatient. And you know what I was thinking in my head? I didn't get a chance to say this, but I said the only way that you can be able to develop patience, the only way that God allows you to develop your patience even better, the only way to become a patient person is to deal with impatient people. You have to be able to deal with impatient people in order to develop the patience that you need. And I tell you one place that you will definitely develop patience, because if you're impatient, you might as well pack 2 lunches and some suitcases because you're going to be there. And that's the DMV. Go in there with an attitude. And you at the front of the line, back of the line, you get to the front of the line and give them an attitude. And you look behind you, you say, yeah, I'm in the front now. And for some reason, they call somebody else in front of you. You crisscross the numbers, and they call somebody who needs, you know, a little bit more help than you. You just get, you know, be impatient. Guess what's going to happen? Or you're going to develop some patience, because as soon as you say, well, I was next, they're going to say, go to the back of the line. Oh, yeah. Listen, the motor vehicle, I say DMV because I'm from Delaware, but motor vehicle, the MV, Virginia MB, Florida MV, whatever it is, they will teach you patience. Trust me. John 4:34. We talk about finishing what you start. Jesus explained, my nourishment comes from doing the will of God who sent me and from finishing his work. Then John 17:1-4, Jesus looked up to heaven and said, Father, I brought glory to you here on earth by completing the work that you gave me to do. I brought glory to you here on earth by completing the work you gave me to do. When you finish the task that God has given you to do, you will experience blessing and God will receive the glory. You won't receive the glory. All right. Who's going to receive the glory when you finish your task? When you start something that you know that you've been putting off and procrastinating on for the longest, and you finally get it started and you finish it, you may feel accomplished, you may feel excited, you may be like, I finally did this. But guess what happens? You finish the task, but God gets the glory. God was waiting for you to start and continue and persevere until you actually finish the task. Not starting the task, talking about finishing and never finish. Why? Because if God tells you to do something and he says to start it because he already knows that you're going to finish in victory and you start it and then you begin to doubt yourself and you don't finish, that makes God a hypocrite. God's glory his blessings, his glory can't be received if you stop, if you quit, if you get upset, if you feel like an imposter, if you feel like you just can't do it, you don't have the resources, you don't have the money, you don't have the people. God said, move forward anyway. If I gave you something to do, I gave you the victory. But you have to finish it. Not for you, but for God so he can get the glory. And 1 Corinthians, the last scripture I'm going to share with you on finishing what you start is from 1 Corinthians. Don't you realize, 1 Corinthians 9:24, don't you realize that in a race, everyone runs, but only one person gets the prize? So run to win. If you're a winner, type I'm a winner right in the comments. Type a winner. I'm a winner in the comments. You won't receive your reward if you don't finish. Y'all pray for me. I'll pray for you. Pray for somebody else, but don't forget to pray for yourself. Today was a touch point to talk about the topic of finishing what you started. Listen, God already told you that all you got to do is start. And in the words of my great mentor, he always told me, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start in order to be great. And God says you have to start in order to finish, because once you get to the finish line, God gets the glory. God bless you. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.